Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for the final episode of the season. The eagle eyed amongst you will have noticed we are champions of the Premier League. That is right. The last couple of games did not even matter. We are 10 points clear of Man City, already secured the championship, and things are great. I mean, after coming off that loss in the Champions League to Chelsea, it feels good to go ahead and get the Premier League all wrapped up. So, kind of looking at some of the final stats here. Erling Haaland, very good. Andre Silva, almost just as good. So, really impressive. This is going to be just us hopping straight in because I want to go through the final stats at the end of the season here. We're going to play kind of our first strength team. One thing that is definitely happening, Cristiano Ronaldo is going to be playing his last game in a Manchester United jersey, so I want to give him a good little send-off. And yeah, so that's where we're going to go. Let's just hop straight in. None of this really matters all of that much. Just want to go ahead and try to end off the season on a good note. We're already champions, so let's just go ahead and win this game. Let's get Ronaldo about 1 million goals and move on to the next season. And again, Ronaldo's last game, Eriksen's last game, he wants to explore options, he says, and Luke Shaw, probably his last game as well. Probably should have played him, but here we are. Last game against Crystal Palace, who are in 17th place, so they are not getting relegated. You can see the bottom three there. Watford, Sheffield, and Reading. Pretty horrible seasons for them. And a pretty good season for us, all things considered. I'm forgetting, or I think we're on 95 points, so we could finish with 98. Not quite the 100 mark that I would have liked, but it doesn't really matter. Bellingham shoots just over the bar. Moving on. I do not know why I'm on cautious. We'll go ahead and go positive here. Around the league. So we are going to win. City's going to get second. Liverpool's third. And Arsenal probably fourth. I don't think there's any way that they can lose fourth here. Halftime already. Things are not going fantastic. But hopefully we can get a goal. And a Ronaldo goal would be just fitting to end off the season. So he is going to stay out there the whole game in hopes that I can get him a goal for being a loyal and fantastic servant to the club in the game. Sancho with it. Back to Camavinga. Shoots from distance. Saved by Johnston. Corner kick here. Eriksen to take. Cleared away. Bellingham is... I did not notice that Bellingham is hurt. We'll go ahead and throw Vonner on. Whatever. Give some of the youngsters some time here. Rashford down and struggling a little bit. We'll go ahead and make some subs. Rashford, let's throw Tell in. Parisi struggling. Luke and Nets can go ahead and come in. Luke Shaw, well, it's not going to play. Eriksen, let's throw Martinez, switch him for Camavinga, and continue on and see if we can get that last goal. Get us up to that 98 points would be great. Time is slipping on by, though. Are we going to get it? 87th minute. No, it's looking like the answer here as Crystal Palace is on the attack, skied over the bar. Not really worrisome. and that is full time. So that is the last game for a couple of the players here. Again, does not matter because we are the champions. So what is going to happen here is I will go ahead and fast forward to that little screen here that we've got that wraps up the end of the season. So we will see you guys then. I did lie. We're gonna stop here real quick because we got a few awards here. Camavinga wins English Players Young Player of the Year. Carnegie, Golden Glove. I win Head Coach of the Year. And this is the Team of the Season. Pretty awesome look to it, if you ask me. And we did also set a record low number of league defeats. We only lost 2 games this season. And here is the end of season review that I was talking about. So let us rip through this. The new arrivals. Here you have our new arrivals. Dubravka, Karneski, Bellingham, obviously the number one. He was fantastic for us. 43 games, or 43 appearances, 11 from the bench. 6 goals, 10 assists, 7.12 average rating. Pretty fantastic. Scalvini did pretty well for us, coming in for only 17.5 million from Atalanta. 32 appearances, 15 from the bench. 3 goals for the defender. Pretty awesome. 7.12. Mathis Tell did pretty well for us. 27 appearances, 14 from the bench, 18 goals and 5 assists. And Victor Roca, about the same stats, honestly. Max Aarons played a few games for us, did really well. Luca Netz playing less games for us, but still one for the future here. Parisi is really the one that came in and played most of the games instead of Netz, but 36 games, 5 appearances, 3 assists. And then the last and others out. Transfers out, it is interesting to kind of look at this. David De Gea, 7.89 average rating, pretty dang good. Dean Henderson, same thing, 7.62. Fred played really well for Zenit, 23 games, 2 goals, 1 assist. Bruno Fernandes at PSG, a good profit, but was he worth it? 39 games played, 3 from the bench, 15 goals, 8 assists. It's tough to replace that, but I think we have done pretty well with that. Shola Shortire obviously played very well. Tellis McTominay, I know, played really well for Leicester. And just looking through here, no one really that I'm too worried about or miss all that much. Loan-wise, Donny van de Beek went out to Marseille, played 46 games, 12 goals, 4 assists, a 7.08 average rating. Yeah, he played really well for Marseille. Probably not coming back, but we'll see. Samuel Vignato, our youngster here, 20-year-old attacking midfielder, was loaned out to Barnsley, played 44 games, 1 from the bench, 4 goals, 3 assists, 6.83. Kind of sad, honestly. Not that impressive. Season's result. In the Premier League, we obviously won. Top goal scorer for us in the Premier League was Tell with 15 goals. We had a pretty good average attendance. Not a whole lot to say here. 2 losses, obviously the highlight there. Champions League, we did end up getting knocked out by Chelsea. In penalties is never a good way to go out. Rashford scoring the most for us, and obviously he was the one that was missing for that game due to injury. What else can you say? Super Cup, we were the runners-up against Chelsea. That was against Man City. My fault. FA Cup, we did come in here with higher expectations than this, but running into Liverpool in the 5th round was always going to be a struggle. Getting knocked out by penalties was not good. This game was back-to-back, I believe. where we ended up winning the Carabao Cup against Liverpool. Same thing. Looks like we won that in extra time as well. Moments to remember. Our biggest win here, 7-1 against Watford, who did end up getting relegated, so not as impressive. Obviously, Victor Roca with 3 goals, Camavinga with 1, Rashford with 2, and Ronaldo with 1. Match to remember, obviously, the game against Man City towards the end of the season there was pivotal for us. Winning 1-0 was fantastic. And goal of the season was Jadon Sancho here against Everton. Let's see if we can watch this goal real quick. And it looks like we're going to be able to. So Camavinga wins it. Sancho takes it and dribbles and fires it from outside the box. Not bad. Not bad. Goal of the season there for us. Finances-wise, this probably does not look very good, but Rashford with the most jerseys sold. Ronaldo, Camavinga, Bellingham, and Eriksen follow up. This was our starting lineup for most of the season. Rashford, Sancho, Tell up top. Camavinga, Bellingham, Casemiro. Obviously, those 3 did not change a whole lot except for injuries and fitness-wise. Parisi, Scalvini, Varane, Aarons, and Karneski were the teams. Okay. So I won the head coach for the month of October, and then the head coach of the year. Fans player of the season was Jadon Sancho, as well as young player of the season. Signing of the season, Jude Bellingham. Goal of the season, Sancho, who really wrapped up pretty much all the awards here, it looks like. Top goal scorer, Rashford with 18. Most assists, Sancho with 13. Player of the matches, Rashford with 8. Rashford highest. And most passes completed per 90 was Scalvini. Competition awards, Europa League player of the season. Interesting. Why is this? England player of the year for Rashford. English players young player of the year for Camavinga. And Premier League Golden Glove. No record breakers to speak of this year, which is fine. And we move on to our history in the making here. Obviously, a pretty dang good season for us as we scroll through here. Finished 95 points in the season to set new Premier Division record. All things great for us. As we finish up here, we will be saying goodbye to some players. And it is a little sad for me because Ronaldo is one of my favorite players that I've ever watched, and I have gotten lucky enough to watch him live a couple of times. He is going to be going away. We are not going to be paying Ronaldo for any more seasons, and he will finish for us, having scored 28 goals last season, 7 this season. He ends his career with 532 goals on 697 appearances, and that is just club stats. And then Christian Eriksen also is wanting to explore his options, so he will be leaving. He has been a great servant for us, and we will miss him. We'll have to replace him. And then the other person in here who I know for sure is leaving, Luke Shaw, is not happy at the club any longer because he does not play all that much. So he will be leaving more than likely by the time you guys see the next episode. But speaking of the next episode, it will be Season 3, and our main goal for Season 3 is going to be Champions League. We need to win the Champions League. I would love to still compete at up top here against Jurgen Klopp's Man City and Pep Guardiola's Liverpool. But it has to be Champions League. We need to get Manchester United back into the Champions League trophy, we will say. So, thank you guys so much for watching this last episode of Season 2. I really do appreciate it. Go ahead and give me a comment. Just tell me what you think of the final season. How do you think we did? Where do you think we can improve? Maybe tell me some players you think we can improve on, and I'll take that into consideration. But I will see you guys next time. Peace.